And so I'm going to start with this matte splurge cream shadow. It's in a color very similar to my skin tone. It's the color Victorious. You could do the same thing with whatever your favorite concealer is, or if you have a little different skin tone than me, you want to just pick something that's close. And what I'm going to do is just take a brush and I am going to focus on the crease and up, just so that I can make sure that I've got this area really even, because I'm very pink and purple on my eyelids. I'm not so much worried about the lid because I'm going to be using this really dark purple on the lid, so I don't really care about evening that out. So, and you can do this with a brush, you can do this with your finger, but that way your eyebrow gets lifted because everything is nice and light and attracting natural light. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is contour my transition area of my eye. And so to do this, I'm going to use this color Astute. And this is kind of like, I would say, like one shade darker than my skin tone. And so you can do this every day with any color that's just like a slight shade darker. I'm going to use this Deluxe brush from Unique. It's a great brush for this because you can do this two different ways depending on the shape of your eye. So you can hold the brush with it flat and go into the contour of your eye, or you can hold it up and down this way and go into the contour. I'm going to hold it up and down because I want to just create a very easy to use, or I want to be able to easily identify where my transition area kind of starts for when I start using that really dark color. And so where I'm hitting is where there's my brow bone right here. There's actually that bone that your eye sits on or sits in. And that is where I'm hitting, and then just following that, opening that bone right there. Okay, so I'm not really, and because I'm holding the brush this way, it's going above and below it. All right. So now I'm going to take a cream shadow brush and come into that deep purple color. It's really, really pretty. It's kind of like a really dark, like eggplant type of color. And so I'm just going to pick up a decent amount of product, and where I'm going to focus is close to the lash line. And I'm not really worried about this looking perfect just yet. I'm actually just kind of placing my color so that I've got a basis, and then I will coax it to look how I want with some of my other brushes. All right, so again, not perfect. I don't care about that yet. I'm also going to take this brush and do the outer half of my lower lash line with some of this great purple color. And then because I like sort of an outer V shape, what I do is I take my cream shadow brush and I just kind of imagine like a line here, like when I'm going to do my winged liner. And I just kind of coax this into like an outer V shape. All right. And so super easy, super pretty for fall. Easy smoky eye. People ask me about how to do smoky eyes all the time. It's crazy. And I'm always like, it's not that hard, but I guess maybe if you've never done it before, it can be. And so that's my purple color. So now I'm going to take a crease brush that's just got like a dome top, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to soften that space where the purple is meeting that transition color, that kind of tan, astute color that I put on before. And this is where I didn't mind that it wasn't perfect with my purple, and I can always come in with some more purple. And I just wanted to be sure that I don't have this very solid line of like where the purple cream shadow stops and then my eyelid color starts. And that's why that kind of tan color helps create that transition in between the two. So you see it like helps it look a little more normal that you have such a dark eyelid. So basically, you just kind of want to come in with that. And then you could even come into, like I have this color Gullible, which is slightly darker than Astute. And you can pick up a little bit of that. And you can even darken the outer edge of that crease area a little bit more if you want. And again, using those flat matte kind of lighter tans and browns help that transition from between the dark purple to your natural lid color. So that's why I like using that. And so you can always come back with your cream brush and make sure that your purple is popping the way you want. You can always dab on a little more, kind of press it in. And then it's pretty easy. Like now you've got the base of your smoky eye look. You can always come back to your original brush with that concealer or that light colored cream shadow and make sure under your eyebrow that you're still nice and light and nothing has infringed into this space. The thing I think that with people with smoky eyes sometimes do is they go too far up the lid. And so then it starts to look like a raccoon. You want the focus to be the lid color and then just transitioning into the crease. If your eyelid from your eyelashes to your brow is super dark, that's where you get the panda effect. And that's people get nervous of the smoky eye because of that. So with this look, I still also did a liner. But before I go there, sorry, there is one other color that I forgot to mention. I'm going to come into this color, Manipulative. Now, all of these colors that I'm using are all available as you can buy singularly and put them in like a custom quad. So I just have mine already set up in all different kind of color palettes. This is kind of like a coppery color, I would call it. And what I'm going to do with this is take just a really little brush that fits in really nicely, and I'm going to do this inner corner of my upper lid and kind of come down onto the bottom and just let that kind of float its way into my purple color. I like this because for my eye shape, it helps not close out my eye so much and helps keep it look very open versus me bringing that purple all the way in the whole way around where it would close in my eyes and make them look smaller. I'm trying to keep my eye smoky but open so that they still appear wide open, awake, and larger, and not deep set, closed, and real, goth looking. That's not really the effect I'm going for today. So now I'm going to come in with my liner. So I'm going to use this Dip and Draw liner in the color Perfect, which is black. It's got like a brush tip, super fine for you to get the liner that you want. I have this wicked burn on my hand. Sorry you're getting the bird's eye view of that. Okay, and so when I do my liquid liner, I always start with going, I usually start in the middle and go back and forth to go end to end with this, and then I do the wings separately. It's like, it's a whole different process. And so I may have to cheat a little bit on my side mirror here because it's very hard to do this in the phone. But I come from the outer corner of my eye up toward, this is my angle, I'm coming up towards my tail end of my brow. Then I'm going to go from the end and make a triangle that comes right back in to meet and make my wing. For this kind of eye look, you can use any liner you're comfortable with. A pencil is going to have a softer finish. If you like a marker tip type of liner, like a pen type liner, you could do that. I just actually really love like a Dip and Draw with a brush end versus a felt tip end. That's just me. Then what I'm going to do is part of this look, what I like about it being matte, you'll notice that most liquid liners have like a shiny finish. And so I always set mine with a black eyeshadow, a very flat black matte eyeshadow. This is the color Legendary. It's also available to put in a custom quad. Or it can be purchased just singularly on its own, or you probably already have a matte black eyeshadow, but whatever your favorite one is, using a really, really precision angle tipped brush. So you want something that is not fluffy or large, like for a brow. You want something really precision, and you just basically dab that black shadow to set up the liquid liner, but also to give it that matte finish. And I just use it in like pressing motions. And it makes your liner last all day, and it takes that shine off if you're not going for that kind of a look. And you can even utilize this brush like if you wanted to smoke out the liner a little bit and smudge it almost. I do not want to do that. and I might even take the excess and darken the underneath right here. Okay, so once you're here, you're pretty much in a good space to start your mascara. So you've kind of created your purple smoky eye. And so I use fiber lashes. You guys know that. So I'm going to start with my Epic single step mascara. And what I love with this brush is that it really fans out my lashes. So starting with a mascara that helps separate your lashes and really coat them really well. I like this technique because when I use my fiber lash gel, I actually want to conserve that so that I don't have to replace it as often. So it's nice to have kind of a separate single step mascara. I like this one a lot. It also helps. This one has a natural curling formula. As it dries, it shrinks and curls, which is great. So there's my first coat of mascara. I'll give you the side view. Okay. And then now I'm going to go ahead and do my 2 steps of fiber lashes. And so I'm going to make sure that I put my transplanting gel on first, and then my dry fibers right after that. And with my fibers, you'll notice that I am not taking these to the base of the lash. I'm just going mid-lash to the tip. And that transplanting gel grabs it and sticks it to them. And it really makes it so that you get a lot of volume, so your lashes are darker and more dramatic, and then some length. And then I use my blow dryer trick to curl my lashes. And it also blows away any excess fibers. And so then, as you guys know from my other videos, like, you can't stop there. You do have to seal the fibers on. And so I'm going to come back in with my transplanting gel and just make sure that I've got a really good seal on those. Now with this kind of a look, your smoky eye look, you have a couple options. I opted for a really pretty berry lipstick to kind of play off of the purple because I'm wearing a black shirt today and jeans, and I just thought like that kind of extra color on my lips might be really pretty with this. But you can certainly sometimes when you're doing a smoky eye, go with a more nude lip, and that's really pretty too. I just usually try to stay in something that is a little more not quite super bright, because I don't want to be fighting people when people are looking at you with their you want their eye to be fighting between, like, what am I looking at, the eye or the lip, the eye or the lip. You want it to look pretty cohesive, and so a nude lip or something that's got like a really pretty subtle type of a little bit of color could be really nice. So this is the color Ambitious in Unique Lipstick. It's really pretty. Let me show you this. It looks like this. It's a really pretty, like, kind of a wine berry color. So that's what's on my lips. The rest of my face, I've definitely, you guys know that I use Unique on my face. It's helped me not break out, and frankly, it does wonders. So if you have questions about any of the other stuff I've used on my face, feel free to drop it in the comments. Let me know if you are ever going to try a smoky eye like this. I'd love to see it. That was this Splurge Matte Cream Shadow. So pretty. The color's rapturous. I love it. All right. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy your weekend.